Welcome back.
I think I have a problem with my bladder. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, it's one of those things that, like, I never knew about you until this year. Because now I'm around you. Like,
I pee a
she
lot.
pees all the time. Oh, I'm Courtney.
I'm Alyson. I'm Alyson, the one with bladder problems.
And I'm Courtney, who observes said bladder problems.
I drink a lot of water, but it's like
Water?
water.
Drink a lot of water.
Water. Get
Yeah.
on the water, swim, in Sydney, Australia.
In the water.
In the water. I love Australian accents.
Okay, I'm really good at accents, you know, like I do a lot of accents all the time. I can't nail, like, Irish.
That one's fucking hard.
I can't nail it. And last night, my man who's not my man, he always talks about, like, how good my accents are. And I, like, just said, like, Irish, like, I didn't, like, fully, like, say a sentence. And he goes, I was like, I know. He's like, you're really good at a lot of them, but that one.
Irish
I was
is-
like, I can't.
I was practicing it for a while on a drive recently.
His face looks better in between my legs.
There was a couple of words that it's just really hard.
Yeah, it's hard. That one's a really hard one to nail down. But I'll master it. Promise you that. Promise you
I've
that.
gotten Australian and British with like certain places in England down just through like watching shows with it. But anyway,
Yeah.
I love to do it.
I need to watch Irish TV.
But yeah. What do you think the like best and worst genres of men are? Or what do you think the best and worst genres of men are? And by genre of men, I mean like
I know. I
athletes,
got you.
music boys.
I think that the best genres of men include nerds.
But do you mean like hot hunky nerds?
Duh. You'd be surprised about how many men in the gym are like fucking nerds.
Okay.
Like, I think they have a tough exterior, but they're like playing Dungeons and Dragons every night.
Oh, cute. I
their
like
boys.
that. Boys who read. Yeah, that goes into nerd, I think.
Definitely.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Army men.
You can't say that. I won't allow it.
I think that army men are really entertaining and fun, though. Like, I'm not just saying that because I'm like talking to one right now.
Okay, entertaining does not mean they're the best genre of men. I would get close to putting them in the worst, for sure.
They can be the best or the worst, depending on your mood.
Not mine, girl.
Really?
I never put them in the best.
Aren't you enjoying a great conversation?
Yes, I said he's entertaining, but that doesn't mean I think he's the best type of man.
All right. I digress.
I think frat boys are probably the worst.
Big time. Or like finance bros.
Oh, I have a gun.
No, really.
Like
Finance bros.
salesmen scare the shit out of me.
Real estate men.
Scary.
I love real estate women. I don't like real estate men.
Not at all.
I don't like real estate men. Did I ever tell you about that time? I think I did. When I went out and, like, there were all these, like, real estate bros. And I was, like, joking around. I was like, oh, yeah, like, should we go golfing soon? You know, like, should we, like, go work on my swing a little bit? This guy's flirting with me all night. And then I'm like, all right, well, give me your number. Like, what's up? What's up with it? And he's like, I have a fiance. And I'm like, alrighty, well, then leave me the fuck alone. And then I go to talk to his friend, and his friend is like, give me your phone. And he goes to put his number in my phone. Like, I'm thinking his friend's putting his own number in my phone. He put his friend with a fiance in my phone. And this friend with the fiance proceeds to text me the next day. You're sober.
Whoa, dude.
You're sober. And you're still texting me.
That's sinister.
Obviously, I didn't answer. Because I'm respectful of relationships.
We're a girl's girl.
I'm a loyal girl.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't like them.
I like cowboys. I love athletes. I do. I don't know if I love gym bros. They're a serious hit or a miss. I think it's because gym bros typically like aren't. They're a part of another genre as well. But if like your only genre is gym bro, you are insufferable.
I like CrossFit dudes.
I don't know if I've ever spoke to a man who does CrossFit. I like guys who run.
Something about a man doing CrossFit. There was this one army guy, the one that got away.
Okay.
He's the one that got away for real. We never actually met in person. But I used to text him and be like, yo, I'm working out today. Like, what am I doing? And he would send me a full-blown CrossFit workout concocted by him. And he'd be like, I'm doing this one today. And I'd be like, cool, I'm doing it too. And we'd, like, compare times. It was hot. It was hot and sexy. Yeah, I loved that. I do love that, you know, and now I'm dealing with someone who doesn't even want to work out with me. So, it's fine.
Have you ever talked to him about that again?
Yeah, I told him he's going to have to come with me one time if he wants us to continue. So he will.
Yeah.
I said, who are you trying to avoid at the gym?
And what position are y'all in right now?
What position are you guys in right now? He was like, whoa, I'm not trying to avoid anyone there. I just don't want to. I was like, well, you have to work out with me one time.
Yes.
So that's settled.
I like country boys. That goes into cowboys. But, like, country in the sense of, like,
liberal.
Like, working on a farm. Yeah, liberal.
A liberal country boy.
I do like blue-collar boys, too.
Yeah. I like a man in uniform. I like a man in uniform. I'm not
a police officer uniform.
Let's be very clear.
I was side-eyeing you to make sure.
Yeah, we got it. You're like, right?
I was checking your reaction.
You're like, right? What? I was like, I've been with a few. Like,
not a police officer. I have this thing for, like, just men in authority figures. Like, when I would go out to bars, I always would have a thing for the security guards. I never wanted anything to do with the men, like, attending the bar. It was the security guards.
Yeah, when we went out in Boston, you were, like, all up on them bouncers.
Yeah!
And I was like,
I almost went on a date.
The club's out here, girl.
I almost went on a date with one of the bouncers in Boston when I lived there. Same with Florida. Like,
okay, hear me out. The bouncers are so slutty. The bouncers are the biggest sluts of all time. The bouncers have about everyone's number.
I think it's the mysteriousness of it all. Of, like, a man who's just so composed and is just like, oh.
Yeah, you like a mysterious man.
But I also like, I like a man who's, like, mysterious but goofy with me.
Yeah.
And, like, with his friends and stuff. But, like, what are your thoughts on, like, ghosting? When is it considered ghosting? Because here's the thing. I'm, like, bad with it, though.
If you just disappear on people, that's ghosting.
No, but, like, dating apps. If I've never met you, I don't consider that ghosting.
No.
Stop talking to you. Unless we've been talking for a minute. But I'm not talking to anyone for a minute if you're not wanting to meet with me. After the first date, do you owe someone the thing of, like, hey, I don't see this going anywhere? Or just, like, wean off the conversation?
Yeah, I mean, that kind of...
When do you owe someone that conversation of, hey, I don't think this is going anywhere?
I mean, you never really owe someone that conversation. It's just,
I think
consider it.
Yeah, I think you owe people respect.
I think it's like if someone is obviously very interested in you, then it's like...
Shit.
Then it's usually, like, courteous to just be like, honestly... I don't think we're on the same page, or, like, I don't see this going anywhere on my end.
I feel like I should have played this last situation differently. I went on 3 dates with this guy, and then he was like, oh, let's go out to dinner again, but he was like, when you get back, because I went out of town. And then I just, like, didn't text him.
Never said another word.
But then he would text me, and I was just like, oh, thanks, or, like, I was just... I should have said something. But he never asked me again. That was what I told myself. Like, if he asked me out to dinner again... Because when he was like, we should go to dinner and safe drive, I was like, thank you. I just like to let people down easy. But I was like, if he's going to reach out to me again when I get back, then I would have told him I don't see this going anywhere.
Yeah.
But it's just like... We also went on 3 dates in the span of 5 days.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like we were talking for a long time.
Yeah.
It was like we were talking for 5 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just hate having that conversation with people.
I know. I've definitely ghosted people in the past. Not like I'm proud of it, but sometimes it's easier than explaining.
Most times too, like if you and I have only been talking or we went on 1 date, I know how to take a hint. Like, if you just, like, you don't need to.
Yeah.
It's not that deep. You don't need to text me telling me you're not interested. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'll never forget this one guy. I literally left him on the, like, I dipped out on the date.
Why?
And I've never done that. Because he was so unbearably boring. Like, I was carrying the entire conversation. And, like, I would try to ask him questions. Like, I'd be like, tell me about your friends. He'd be like, I have a few. I like to hang out with them. So unbearably boring. I leave him on the date, okay?
How did you do that?
I went to the bathroom and didn't come back.
Oh my God, okay.
Not proud of it, but I, like, was literally, like, I was crawling out of my skin. I was so bored. First of all, when I got a second drink, mind you, they were beers, so, like, not that much alcohol concentration. And this was when I was, like, drinking. So, like...
I've been drinking.
Yeah. I went to get a second drink and he was like, whoa, are you going to be good to drive? And I was like, this is my second drink. And it's a beer and we've been here for an hour. Yep. Sure will be. Gotta do something to get through. Anyways, he had the audacity to text me the next day being like, hey, good meeting you last night. Like, I just want you to know, like, I think we should move in it. I think I'm going to keep, like, getting to know other people. Like,
what did he think was happening?
I don't know. I was like, I left. Obviously, I'm not interested. I couldn't have been more clear.
That's crazy.
It was so weird. Like,
why are you... It feels like you can't fire me if I quit.
Right.
Oh, I fired you yesterday.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what? It was the weirdest fucking thing. Like, I don't know why you're texting me, telling me you're not interested and you're going to keep pursuing other people. Like, babe, we went on one date and I left you.
Please pursue anyone else.
Pursue whoever the fuck you want. I don't care. Just get out of my face. Get out of my phone. The way my jaw dropped when I was like... I left you. I said I'm going to the bathroom and I didn't come back.
Do you ever, like, cut someone off or don't pursue, like, you don't go, yes, you know what I mean. Like, you don't continue talking to someone, but then afterwards you're like, should I have kept trying there? Mm-hmm. I've done it with nearly every guy I went on a date with.
I don't know if this counts in the same, like, category as, like, going on one date with someone, but, like, with Boatman, like, I cut that off.
What the hell are you talking about? You cut that off.
I was the one who ended that.
Yeah, duh, no shit.
And, like, I still sometimes wonder.
You have to stop. Here's the thing, if someone does...
I would never actually do it. I would never actually go forward with it.
You guys spent so much time together.
I know.
If he didn't know if he wanted you...
I know.
You're out of your goddamn mind.
I know.
So Courtney and I have, like, we have very similar types, but then there are some, like, branches off of our types that are so different. Uh-huh. Isn't that weird? Uh-huh. Because, like, I know there are guys that I am so attracted to that you just don't see. He's one of them for me that I don't.
That's crazy to me. No,
Courtney thinks this man is the most beautiful thing that's ever walked the planet, and I just can't find any part of me.
I just think he's undeniably pretty. I don't know how you can even say that. Like, I literally don't. He's so pretty. Let me paint you a picture, okay? Perfect tan skin. Soft, like, blondish, light brown hair. Perfect green eyes. Beautiful green eyes. The most beautiful smile you've ever seen in your life. The whitest teeth you've ever seen in your life. Constantly smells like Blue Lotus oil, which is very sexy. Shredded back, which is great. Perfect, like, sculpted chest, perfect sculpted jaw, high cheekbones, and he smiles constantly. Like, he's, like, always smiling when he's talking. Like, he's, like, smiling while he's talking. It's intoxicating.
I don't think he's ugly at all. I'm not saying he's ugly. I just have, like, I'm not attracted to him in the slightest. Yeah. It's like, yeah, you're a good-looking guy.
I still... No, I don't.
Your pupils just went crazy. Holy shit. That was scary.
My pupils went crazy?
Yeah, they were like...
Oh.
Maybe stop.
Yeah. Enough.
Like, did you think the guy I had a massive crush on at the gym was attractive? I feel like that's, like, a common out. Like...
Yeah, I mean, he was good looking.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been as delusional about him, but...
I don't know why. That's, like, really through and through, like, my dream man. Not him specifically, but no, like that kind of guy.
Yeah.
Like, I love dark hair. Mm-hmm. Tattoos, tall.
Tall, dark, handsome.
Grizzly-esque.
Yeah. You know, I do still find... We'll call him Frank again from season 1.
Oh, my God.
That, like, physique, though, is definitely, like...
Yeah, for sure.
One of the most attractive... Like, the glasses, but the big, giant body. Like, that's a great look. Like, yeah, that's a great look.
It is.
I will never say no to a... Except for now, obviously, because I'm seeing someone, so I would say no now.
Yes, of course. When is it my turn?
Alyson, I don't know. Honestly, I can't... I will say...
Am I the problem?
No.
I'm being honest.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think the guys that, like, you've encountered are, you know, cringe. So, like, all valid. But I'll say, like, getting to know someone like that and, like, putting yourself in an emotionally available position with someone, it's really bringing up a lot of shit for me. Honestly, in a lot of ways, it's, like, rewinding my brain into an older version of myself, and I don't love that. Like, and I'm
for sure, because there's only, like, I'm such a firm believer in that there's only so much healing from relationship trauma that you can do while you're single. Like, so much of it. I know the second I get into a healthy relationship, I think part of me is gonna be like, in this situation, I'm the one with the toxic patterns. No, and I have to work through this.
Like, my dad, of all people, just yesterday was like, fucking, he was like, you can't make your problems y'all's problems. Like, and that's the truest shit I ever did here. I mean, like, I'm over here, like, my own insecurities are coming out just from being, you know, emotionally vulnerable with someone for the first time in years. Mm-hmm. And that, like, emotional insecurity is, like, I'm like, he's doing this, I'm like, literally, my brain is painting him into a villain when, yes, some of the things that he does are, like, suspicious, but it's really not. I don't
think it's so much suspicious as it's just, like, you've got some work to do. Mm-hmm. But, like, as do you, as do I, as do we all.
Yep. And I'm over here, like, I'm like, oh, he's fucking 7 other girls.
Yeah. Yesterday or sometime, I forget, you told me that you thought he was doing that, and I sent her back a video where I was, like, so baffled almost because we had been FaceTiming the night before and she told me what was going on, and I thought you were just, like, annoyed that he wasn't communicating well. So then when I opened your Snapchat of you saying, like, and he's like, I could have swore he was fucking someone in his apartment, and I just sent her back, I was like, I didn't realize that's what you had thought. I just thought you thought, and I said that like 100 times because I could not even begin to fathom that's what you thought. But I get it also.
That's just where my brain, like, Snap score is going up. It's all girls, and they're all sending nudes.
I think you should not check that.
I literally try so hard. I try so hard.
Delete him from Snapchat.
I honestly might.
Y'all don't even
I know.
Snapchat.
I honestly might.
I'm glad that's something I never got into, was checking Snap scores.
I literally haven't done this. I didn't do this so I dated, like, my first long-term boyfriend, and then I had that one boyfriend after that, and it was, like, really short-term, barely counts. But that second relationship, like, I didn't give a fuck. I was never insecure. I was never, like,
he was
checking.
Also, like, obsessed with you.
Yeah. That's true. And that annoyed me.
Yeah, you didn't like that. I think this is a healthy balance.
I know. I think it is, too. I think I just grew up with certain relationship standards set for me. And I think that my brain needs to learn that those standards aren't healthy.
I really love our friendship, though, because I feel like we do balance each other out well.
We do.
Because, like, you have those experiences and I have the other side, and I think we're able to, like, ground each other a bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, you always talk some, like, romance novel shit, and I'm always like, Alyson, that's not how relationships blossom.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know what I help you with.
You honestly just regulate me when I start spiraling, because my brain spirals constantly.
Yeah, I try.
Into it. I don't know what it is either. I'm such a secure person on my own. So I just hate that, like...
It's giving anxious avoidant.
It is.
I get it.
It is. It's like the second I'm, like, getting close with someone, I'm like, I don't feel secure. And that... My security doesn't need to come from someone else. I'm already secure as a person.
But I've noticed that with a lot of, like, my women friends who are, like, very independent. The second they get into a relationship, shit is, like... That's why I got so avoidant for so long, because there is a part of me that's still so afraid to get into a relationship and be back in that anxious mentality.
It's so scary.
Because it fucking sucks.
It sucks.
That's the worst feeling in the world.
I know. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I literally just want it to go away.
Well, I think this was, like, a productive conversation as well, because, like, I feel like I am a good source where, like, you can come to me and it won't really sway my view on him that much. Mm-hmm. And I'll just, like, sort of... Because I'm not in that anxious mentality, so I can sort of be from the perspective that you were in when you were single. Like, you're good, girl. You are good. We are good.
We are good. You're safe.
You're safe.
No, I know. It's hard because, like, I talk to, like, my other friends about it, and everyone's like, fuck him.
I can't bring myself to do that.
I know, and I'm like, well, he doesn't suck, though. I'm just anxious.
Yeah, no, I can't bring myself. That to me is just like,
what
place just been are you burned. Coming from?
I think they've been burned.
But it's like, it's not fuck him.
I know.
At all.
I know.
It's like...
Like, he literally babies me.
Well, also, too, it's like, what... I don't know. Because with people like that, I'm like... Well, how would you react then if I said I did these things to him? They'd be like, go off, queen.
Like, oh, you're so funny.
But it's like,
yeah,
that's not cool.
Yeah, yeah.
But I feel like you would do the same for me, like when
definitely.
Which I like appreciate, because I'm like worried for myself.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, moral of the story is it's not like that glamorous. Like it's nice having a person, but. Maybe once I'm past the hump of, like, figuring out how to navigate my trauma while talking to someone. Like, I'm like, I don't even know how to pursue a relationship with someone if I, like, innately don't trust men. Like, it's not necessarily what he's doing. It's like, I just don't trust.
This is a quote that I heard a while ago that really changed the game for me with trust, because I used to have really bad trust issues with everyone. It was like... at the end of the day, you cannot trust that someone's not going to fuck you over. Mm-hmm. You cannot trust that someone's not going to hurt you, because you never know. Mm-hmm. Like, people can just change. Mm-hmm. People can and will hurt you. Mm-hmm. Not everybody will, but you can't trust that someone won't hurt you. You just have to trust yourself that you'll handle it if they do.
Yeah, and the weirdest part to me is, like, I don't even know why my brain gets so concerned about, like, what he's doing or, like, if he's lying or whatever. Like, it's clearly subliminal and, like, not my choice. Like...
Because teenage work, girl.
Because in my conscious mind, like, I'm like, okay, if he fucks up and I find out, then it's done and okay. I move on. Like, it's not the end of the world. Like,
but that doesn't change the part of you that, like, wants this to work and that wants love and that really adores him. Like, yes, realistically and logically, you know, like, I'll be okay, it's not the end of the world, but your heart is still in it. Like, it's understandable to not want to get hurt. It's understandable to want it to work out. Honestly, at what point did it become, like, uncool to care and have feelings and be vulnerable?
Know.
Because I'm, like, not at all, and it's wild too, coming from two hyper ass independent bitches. Like,
I know,
but as hyper independent as I am, and it's like almost guarded my heart is, I still will never be that, like, fuck that, like, it's cool to care, dare I say. Like, let yourself, I don't know, you deserve to be loved.
Yeah.
And you can only be loved if you allow it to happen. And also, not only do you deserve to be loved, but you deserve a healthy love.
Yeah.
And, hey, babe, it takes two to tango. I'm going to call everyone out for a sec because I needed this a while ago. But if you are only experiencing toxic situations and toxic relationships and toxic friendships, at some point you're going to have to reflect and be like, how much of this toxicity comes from me? Because one, you could be the problem. And two, if you're not the problem, it takes two to create a toxic relationship. A person who is not, like, quote unquote toxic would not entertain that. I had to accept that with, like, my past relationship, and even, like, friendships that I've had of, like, if I wasn't toxic in this regard, I would never have entered this situation, and I wouldn't have entertained it. So, like, to an extent, I am toxic as well, and I can't, because I think so many times people are like, oh, fuck that person, like, they were toxic, and it's like, girl, so were you.
Yeah. I also think it's, like, if you have a different expectation of the person that you are engaging with in any capacity than what they're giving you, you can't, like, expect them, and this is to me, too, like, you can't expect them to, like, be just what you want them to, like, they just need to be who they are, and you just need to accept that for how it is.
Literally, accept people for, I saw this quote recently that was, like, put on some earmuffs and just, like, let their actions speak for them.
Yeah.
Because people will say a lot, but are they following through with it? And also, learn to accept people for where they are right now.
Yeah.
I was guilty of this, of, like, seeing people's potential and who I thought they could be, or, like, me thinking this version of them that was the best version of them and they would become that. But it's, like, one, at the end of the day, you don't know what's best for people. We think we do. We don't. Two, imagine if someone was with you just because they thought you would become this person that you want, like, they wanted you to be.
Yeah.
Absolutely, from the bottom of my heart, fuck you.
I mean, yeah, speaking of boat guy, I mean, I feel like that's what I think he had, like, an image of me.
And that's hurtful.
You know? Like, he was, like...
He was waiting for you to become that person.
Waiting for me to become... Yeah.
And it's also just, like, it's not fair to you either, because you're in a relationship with someone who you don't really want to be in a relationship with.
Right.
And two, it's not fair to them because, like, your love is conditional. Absolutely not. Yeah. I don't agree with that. I also don't agree with if he wanted to, he would.
Yeah, because I've definitely wanted to and I haven't.
And also, it's like, people can't read your fucking mind. Tell people what you want. Because here's the thing. Yeah. Everyone shows love in different ways. So, like, someone could be showing you that they love you in a way that's how they show people they love them. But it might not be the way that you feel loved most. So tell people in your life what makes you feel the most loved. And then if they don't show up for you in that way, then, like, adjust to that. Because it's like, if he wanted to, he would. No. He can't do shit if he doesn't know about it. He's not a fucking mind reader. Also, tell people how you feel. I'm on one right now.
You're on one, and I like it.
But I will say, like, if it feels like I'm calling you out, just know these are things I've learned through experience. Because I used to expect people to read my mind, and I used to not tell anyone shit, and then I would resent them for it. And then I never got anywhere, and I never had healthy relationships.
Yeah. I've definitely gotten better with that. I think the only reason it's been as quote-unquote successful as it's been is because, like, you know, I have cut this guy off twice already.
Twice?
First time was when I thought he was trying to manipulate me.
Yeah.
Second time was when I thought he was lying about getting his wisdom teeth out.
Wait, when was the wisdom teeth one?
The weekend I was on the batch weekend.
I don't think I knew you cut him off.
Yeah, sure did. I literally got home from that batch weekend and I was like, I'm not interested anymore. I've completely lost interest, I think I said.
How long did that last?
Like a week.
Really? And then did you reach out again? And what'd you say?
Hi. Yeah. But when we were hashing everything out and talking about everything, I, like, just laid everything out on the table. I was like, I am not ever going to do well with you. Like, just going a full day, a full fucking 24 hours without talking to me. I'm never going to be okay with that. I don't like that. I have trust issues from my last relationship. Didn't realize that I did, but I do now. Like, just, like, laid it all out there. I was like, I think you might have an avoidant attachment style as well. You've been out of the game for a while too. We just laid it all out there. I've never done that.
I'm really proud of you for that.
Thanks.
Because it's like, you're not expected to be perfect.
Yeah.
Everyone's got their shit. Everyone has things they can improve on.
Yeah.
But as long as you're aware of it and you put it on the table and communicate about it, like, that's all that can ever be asked for. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good for you, girl.
Yeah, but I've recently, I've had to, like, bite my tongue a little because I'm like, I can't, there's a difference between communicating what's upsetting me and just being naggy.
Oh, yeah, don't do that.
You know?
I think it's good to just ask yourself, like, is this really an issue?
Is it worth it?
will I care about this tomorrow? Will I care about this in a week? Is this, like, don't take your problems out on other people. Just because you're in a bad mood doesn't mean everyone else needs to be in a bad mood.
He's been calling me fussy.
Oh.
I've been fussy.
I think if you're feeling fussy or whiny or, like, just wanting to make a problem, just, like, take a day.
No, it's like, yeah.
Text and be like, hey, I'm fussy.
I'm fussy. I'm just
gonna take a day.
Yeah.
That's responsible.
So don't take it out on you. Yeah.
You're doing great.
Thanks.
You're doing really good.
Thank you.
No, truly, I mean it. Like,
thanks.
You've grown a lot with situations like this.
I know. It's like, because I know I'm growing, but I feel like I'm backtracking. Yeah.
It's part of the journey, babe.
I know. I'm like, well, it's like if this is happening just because I'm getting close to someone, then it's gonna I gotta get through it now.
You gotta deal with it at some point.
I gotta just push through.
I think that's why I'm also so selective, because it's like I know this is all gonna come up, so I want it to be with someone who's like, it's worth it.
Yes. Yeah. But it's a good thing to be selective.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, I know I whine about it a lot, but like I'm really not that up in arms about it. It's like, yeah, it'd be nice, but I'm fine.
Only disappointing because it's like, where are the good men?
That's the thing.
Yeah. Like, that's very frustrating.
Like, I have no problem going on a bunch of dates, and I love that. I love going on so many dates, and it never goes anywhere, and it's awful. I love that.
And it's awful. I love that.
I love it.
Yeah.
But it's just, like, give me some hope at least. Although, I will say, this last guy I went on dates with, he literally, it was difficult for me because he gave me the treatment that I've always wanted. It was, like, treatment out of the books I read, quite literally. But it just wasn't from the person I wanted it to be from. And also, I'm almost positive he was, like, gathering information from me from my socials.
Yeah.
Which is, like, something I've never thought about.
Things about you.
Which is something I've never thought about, but, like, I do have a following. Yeah. And that is scary.
Yeah.
Like, he would be like, I saw this on your story, and then he'd play, like, music I listened to, or he'd be like, oh, I remember you talking about this. And it's just, like, it got to a point where I was like, one, it felt almost manipulative, because it was like, do you even like these things? Right. Or are you molding yourself into a version of yourself that you think I would like? That might not be the case, and I might be overthinking it. And he might genuinely like those things, but still, it freaked me out. And two, I was like, what was it like? Oh, it felt like he just knew me more than I knew him. Like, let's get to know each other at the same pace. Why do you know all this about me?
Right. Oh my god. I'm sorry, this is a random little, like, side tangent. But, like, I get that, like, part of, like, dating is, like, people want to, like, figure you out. But don't tell me you can't figure me out.
What does that even mean? What do you mean you can't figure me out?
I can't pin down your personality.
What are you talking about?
Like, what do you mean?
Stop trying to put me in a box, bitch.
I have to say that all the time. I'm like, don't put me in a box. I'm not in a fucking box.
Sorry you have depth.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I'm just such a dynamic person.
Sorry, I'm complicated. So charismatic.
I'm sorry that I do it all. I'm sorry that I am all of it all at once.
What do you literally want from me?
One of the first conversations I ever had with
anyone? My first words.
My first words were, I am God.
That's what you said?
One of the first conversations that I had with him, I was like, he was like, how would you describe yourself? I was like,
God-like, adjacent to God.
I'm everything.
I'm omnipresent.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm everywhere. I'm in your walls.
That's apparently, like, the first thing he told, like, his homeboys about me. He was like, this bitch just compared herself to God.
I take things too far.
I know.
In my head, as you were talking, I was like, I'm everywhere. I'm in your walls. I have a gun. I'm in your bedroom with a gun. I'm under your bed.
I'm in your mattress.
Yeah.
With a knife.
I'm inside of your body. I'm overtaking your soul. I'm possessed. I'm texting myself right now. That's one of my biggest things. Is I can't stop
taking things too far.
It's not even just like mentally. It's like,
no, yeah,
shut up.
It's like, enough is enough.
Like the one of the episodes where it was like, I've never had a delusional gym crush. I've never had a gym crush. I've never had a crush. I've never been to the gym. Like, I can't stop.
Yeah.
Honey.
Can't stop, won't stop, get guap. Cause I'm icy, why me? He doesn't want to fight me. We also have a side hustle of making music.
We really should get into DJing. We've
should.
talked about this a lot.
We have, like, very interesting music taste, I feel like.
But it's so similar. When I put on that bluegrass song on the way to the beach, I thought she was going to be like, I'm throwing this bitch out.
No, I was like turning that bitch up. I was like, it's
so good. That was like a moment
I just love
like
when music scratches my brain.
Do you know how
like,
people always ask couples, like, when did you know she was the one?
Yeah.
I feel like that was a moment for me in our friendship. Of like, wow, we're closer than I ever knew. She listens to bluegrass, like, she likes this bluegrass shit.
Mine was playing Hamilton, because, like, we were on the way home, and
wow,
I was like...
we fell in love that day.
We fell in love, aww. That's when our souls knew, after all this time. No, I was like... Because, like, I've played Hamilton for people before, and I always feel like they're...
Courtney was like, do you mind if I play the Hamilton soundtrack? I'm like, sure.
Yeah, because I was like, it's like watching it, like, because all of the words are... It's the music. It's like, that is, like, how the musical goes. So it's like, it's basically like watching it, but, like, I'm driving. So, like, it just gives me some entertainment in that sense. And watching you get as invested, like, you would, like, turn and be like... He did not, and I'm like, right, like that shit. I was like, wow, that's awesome. She's actually like invested in the plot.
I was just talking to my friend about this recently. I was like, you and I are so different, but so like it's uncanny how similar we are. But we're so different. Okay, going back to the genre of men, what genre of like girl do you think we both are? Because I think we're in different genres, but also we have similar ones. Hey, don't put me in a box.
That's the thing. Like, I don't know.
I don't think we can.
ADHD.
Mentally unwell. Hey, we're girl bosses.
On some days.
We're girl boss gate queep.
Gate queep.
Girl boss gate queep.
I'm queeping.
That's our genre. What's the other one? Girl boss gatekeep and girl boss gatekeep gaslight. I'd never done that. Yeah, we can't be put in a genre. We are everything.
I know, it really is, like, because it just depends on the day for me. It depends on where I'm at in my cycle. It depends on how my ADHD is that day. Like,
so we are everything everywhere all at once.
Yeah, really. Because, like, some days I'm, like, severely silly. Like,
and I feel like whatever... I think also we've been it all at some point, and whatever I haven't been, you have, and whatever you haven't been, I have. Yeah. Like, you did the sorority girl thing. I did, like...
Athlete.
Yeah.
Never been a sport girl.
I was. Not crazy, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
I played sports, but it was never, like, the front of my focus. I cared about school.
I didn't.
I was a scholar.
I mean,
I was a scholar.
I was a scholar for... certain classes in college that like really held my attention. Like I cared a lot about research for a lot of like history and sociology classes, but so in that sense I was a scholar, but in the sense of attendance did not go.
We should really DJ. Also, I think we should do YouTube videos on the podcast YouTube channel here and there. Nothing crazy.
Okay, just like normal YouTube videos?
Yeah.
Alright.
That would be fun. And
would you guys like that?
We could do one learning to DJ.
Okay.
And at the end, we perform at a club. I'm not kidding, dude. We would do so well.
You know that guy, what's his name?
I really think Courtney and I would do so well as DJs because we, like, I think we do a solo, but as a duo.
No, it would go crazy. What is that guy's name?
Cody Co.
And this guy,
if you know.
Mark Revelet.
Oh! Okay. Well, I think also, I just have a lot of ideas for this sweet little show.
Yeah.
If you guys at some point would like us to start a Patreon and do bonus videos, let us know as well.
Yeah.
You just have to let us know.
Let us know about literally anything.
What's on your mind? Comment down below.
What is your worst trauma?
I live with two straight men. How fucking
is so
weird.
Crazy.
So it's just been me and this one guy for a while, but I live in the basement of his townhouse. He's 23, the other one's probably 23 as well. Owns a townhouse, that's fucking crazy. And I live in the basement, but it's like I got my own kitchen down there. It's a studio apartment, like I don't have to see anyone. And it's just been him upstairs, but another guy just recently came back. Massive! They're both, like, ripped. Isn't that insane?
This man's huge!
I think it's so good that I'm not attracted to them, though.
Yeah.
It would have been...
You would be psycho.
Yeah, if I was attracted to the people I lived with, I would go physically ill. I'd have to be incarcerated or institutionalized.
Yeah.
Or killed. Put that bitch down. Euthanize
She
her.
would need an exorcism.
I need something, girl.
Something.
But luckily that is not the case.
Yeah.
I really do sometimes wonder, am I asexual? Because I just can't find it in myself. I can't find it in myself. Yeah, I can't. But then sometimes I really can, girl.
Yeah. That motherfucker, Frank. Well, Frank. I used to be so intoxicated by his personality.
Oh, that sucks.
Like,
That's what I need.
No. But it was clearly, like, rose-colored glasses, because the last time we saw each other, like, post all of the shit that has happened, and he was just, like, going on and talking like he does, his Gemini ass. I was, like, kind of like, he actually really is kind of bleh.
It was all you.
It was all me.
You're the magic. I've got the magic in me. Every time I touch that track, it turns into
gold.
Bitch.
Yeah.
I always say that.
Yeah. I've always said that.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
anyways.
Next time we talk, I will be married. I'll have a boyfriend for sure. No, I won't. This is a manifesting space. What are you manifesting? I'm manifesting at least, like, encountering a good man.
Okay.
And, like, getting a date with him.
All right. I'm manifesting $2.5 million. I don't know if I'm pregnant or what, but I've been really craving $2.5 million.
I'm missing something.
It's just a meme that I saw.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, with that, we'll leave you with that probably.
Yeah.
Unless you have something else to add.
Nope.
Just go ahead and go off.
Oh, I'm manifesting that my little demonic voice in my head that keeps trying to sabotage what I'm doing goes away.
She will.
She's gone. Gone with the wind.
Well, with that being said, subscribe to the YouTube, like, comment, all of that shit. Rate us 5 stars on Apple and Spotify. Only 5 stars, nothing left, or I'll have the authority sent to your house. Follow us on Instagram, The God Complex Podcast. Follow me on Instagram, The Alyson LaRue. Follow Courtney on Instagram, Courtney_cab. And with that being said specifically, which is something I always say, we'll see you next time.
See you next
friends.
time.
Bye.